All right, so in this video, we are going to show you how to send a newsletter through Service Intelligence. Let me switch over to my screen here. And so you're going to come down to this tab here where it says Other Customer Contacts. In some versions, it might say Today's Customer Contacts. And then you're going to come up here to the Target tab, and in this drop-down menu, you're going to select Newsletter or Newsletter Custom. Either one does the same thing. It just allows you to save on one and then go back to the other as you want to do it. Now, when it comes to newsletters, this is where the add a filters rules really come in well. Allows you to refine who the customer is that's going to get this. And so you may pick number of service visits, and you might want to, 250 is quite high, just to set a maximum high bar. But you might say, if someone's only been on my shop once and never returned, I don't want to send them the newsletter, right? Or maybe this is for my good customers who've had 10 service visits or more, and I want them to get this newsletter. Whatever you prefer. You can also say, well, people who have over 6 vehicles or more, I don't want them to get this newsletter. They're more your fleet accounts, and this is more for your retail customers. So you can check that filter as well if you'd like. And then there's the customer visits, months elapsed since last visit. So for a newsletter, I would suggest you shouldn't be emailing customers who've not been in your shop in 2 years at maximum. I would even suggest that it's more like 12 or 18 months. But again, that's up to your discretion. If you are in Canada, the law is 12 months. All right. If you don't have a record of them opting into your emails and you email them after a purchase date, you're only allowed to do that up to 12 months by law. So just some things there to filter through to consider. So I'm just going to do the 12 months just for the sake of a filter here. You can see that the customer list went from like 9,000 to 1,800. Of those 1,800 customers, we have 4,800 emails. Sorry, that's not correct. Of the 400 and 1,800 emails that we have on file, we can only email 1,800 customers. So that filters it down pretty good. So once we're happy with who it's filtered to, who it's targeting, we're going to go to the offer. And here's where you can put any text that you want to show up on there, as well as line 2 text. And if you got a coupon in your newsletter, you can add a expiry date to show up there, and you can set it for, say, 30 days after the email was sent. And then you want to change this graphic up behind here to make this look good, because we know dipsticks are just not that appealing. And so you can pick from a multitude of images within the system. And so here I picked the picture of the Dodge Ram. But you can change it up however you want. Again, you can change the branding. So if you want to add a AAA to the bottom right corner, you can. Or I prefer to leave it blank. Depends on whatever you want. So that's how you change the images up and the main text up top. So now you've got this message area in here, and you want to edit this here. And by the way, we have put in a great default newsletter for when you join to send out your customers to let them know what is going on. But you can come in here and you can bold this text. Let's make the paragraph and there further out. Let's do that. Let's bold this one. So you've got some options and some things in here that you can play with to dress that text up a little bit nicer to work for how you want. Or perhaps you're just writing a whole new newsletter. You can overwrite all this, wipe it all out, and type in your own thing. And when you hit OK, it's going to save. So once you've crafted your message, then you're going to come to delivery. And again, this is via email only. You're going to click Run Now, and it's going to proceed to send this newsletter out to everyone. Now, in a campaign like this, you may want to send a physical newsletter out to someone. Maybe you want to use our filters to figure out who it's going to target to, and you want to send out you have an actual like folded paper newsletter. Maybe you have a different mailing company that you want to use. Whatever reasons it is, we allow you to export the list. So if you want to use any other system, you can export this out and use it to send mailers and stuff through other companies. You can also use this for something like Facebook ads. Facebook allows you to place an ad, show an ad to the people that you have a first name, email address, and city of. So if you sent this out and you got 1,800 customers and you upload it to a Facebook ad, they'll say, yeah, we've got 1,700 matches. And you can create an ad to that. So just a great way that you can use our filters to segment who you want these to go to and use other tools as well. So that is how we use the newsletter. You can use both the newsletter and newsletter custom. Again, they're both the same. Just allows you can alternate. Create it with one, send it out. Use the other one to send the next one out a month or two later. Then you got both saved to refer back onto, right? If I go back to the regular newsletter after, you can see everything I've done, it has been saved, and it's here for you to use again. So that's how we use newsletters in Service Intelligence. If you have any questions, please email us, support@eautoclub.com.